Good afternoon, students. So we are continuing with the banking things. So previously we checked the different types of banks. What are the different types of banks? Then now we are going to have the functions of the banks. So functions of a commercial bank like that. I think, okay. See, this is functions of commercial banks. So amongst the banking institution in the organized sector, the commercial bank is the oldest institution having a wide network of branches. Commercial bank, വാണിജ്യപരമായ ബാങ്കുകൾ ഇൻഡസ്ട്രിയലിസ്റ്റ് അല്ലെ അഗ്രികൾച്ചറിസ്റ്റ് ഒക്കെ അത്രയ്ക്ക് ഇതില്ല കാരണം അതിന് ഒരു സെലക്ടഡ് നമ്പേഴ്സേ ഉള്ളൂ ഇത് commercial banks are too many in number so having a wide network of branches commanding the utmost public confidence and having the lion's share in the total banking operation. മൊത്തം banking operations having a enough share is there. The commercial bank plays a significant role in all the economic activities of a nation. Today, the commercial bank have come to be regarded as the instrument of economic growth with a social justice. In this role, they have to mobilize the savings of the community and channelize them into socially productive investment. So that is the case with regard to this. So main functions are primary function and secondary function. So primary is there. Primary means the main function, the first one. So primary functions of a commercial bank can be classified as accepting deposits, lending the money, and credit creation. So that is primary function, accepting deposits. Number two is for lending money. And number three is for creation of credit facility. Okay. So main function of any bank is what? Accepting the deposit. So what is accepting a deposit? One of the most important primary functions of a commercial bank is accepting the deposits of various kinds. A major portion of the deposits accepted are repayable on demand also. Whenever it is required, it can be repaid also. So that is the main function, that is accepting the deposits. So deposits may be what all types: fixed deposit, current deposit, savings deposit, like that. So what is a fixed deposit? FD ആയിട്ട് ഇടുക എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എന്താണ്? Fixed, it is fixed for n number of years. Interest is to be calculated. അതാണ് അതിന്റെ മെയിൻ ഇത് പറയുക. So fixed deposit in this category that are included the deposit with the bank for a fixed period which is specified at the time of making the deposit. Such deposits are called fixed deposits or time deposit. So maybe fixed deposit അല്ലെ time deposit എന്നാണ് ഇതിന് പേര് പറയുന്നത്. കാര്യം പല സമയത്തുള്ള ഇതാണ്. ഇപ്പൊ ഇന്നിട്ടാൽ it may be for 5 years ആകാം, for 1 year maybe ഇടാം. അത് നമ്മളെ it is under the jurisdiction of the customer. So that is the which one? Fixed deposits. So category are included in the deposits with the bank for a fixed period that is specified at the time of making the deposit. Such deposits are called fixed or time deposit. It is repayable on the expiry of the specified period. ഇപ്പം 5 വർഷത്തേക്കാണ് ഇടുന്നതെങ്കിൽ ആ 5 വർഷം കഴിയുമ്പോൾ കസ്റ്റമറെ വിളിച്ച് ആ പൈസ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നു? It is to be returned back. അത് കൊടുക്കുന്നു. In case it is again renewed, it is renewal like that. So fixed deposits are repayable on the expiry of the specified period chosen by the depositor to suit his purpose. As the date of repayment is certain, they are able to invest the money for long periods and thus earn a higher rate of return on the investment also. Check system is not allowed against fixed deposit. At the time of opening fixed deposit account, banker issues a receipt acknowledging the receipt of money on deposit as fixed deposit receipt. അത് നമ്മൾ എഴുതി ഇത്ര എമൗണ്ട് ഇത്ര വർഷത്തേക്ക്. ഇപ്പൊ ഒരു വർഷത്തേക്കാണ് ഇനീഷ്യൽ ഡെപ്പോസിറ്റ്, ചിലപ്പോൾ ഒരു വർഷത്തേക്കായിരിക്കും. That deposit is to be deposited. Okay, that is to be deposited And in the receipt, it is for 1 year, it is mentioned. At the renewal time of the 1 year, maybe it is renewed or it may be withdrawn. ആരും അങ്ങനെ വിഡ്രോ ചെയ്യാറില്ല, കാര്യം ഇതിന് റേറ്റ് ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ് റേറ്റ് കൂടുതലാണ് എഫ് ഡിക്ക്. അങ്ങനെ വരുമ്പോൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നു, എഫ് ഡി again it is to be renewed. That is the fixed deposit. Then current or demand deposit. A current account is a running and active account which may be operated upon any number of times during a working day. ഏത് സമയത്തും current account it can be deposited. These deposits are usually opened with a minimum balance prescribed by the bank, and any amount can be deposited in the account. There is no restriction on the number and the amount of withdrawal from a current account also. So there is no restriction. പക്ഷേ ഇപ്പം വന്ന് എന്ത് കറണ്ട് അക്കൗണ്ടിന് റെസ്ട്രിക്ഷൻ വെക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. 3000-ൽ താഴെ ബാലൻസ് വെക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല എന്നുള്ള ഒരു കേസ് വരുന്നുണ്ട്. So that is the case. Current or 3000-2000, that is the case maybe. So that is the current or demand deposit. That is, deposits are usually opened with a minimum balance. 50 രൂപ ഉണ്ടായാലും ഡെപ്പോസിറ്റ് ചെയ്യും. That is the current deposit. Okay. Minimum balance prescribed by the bank, and any amount can be deposited into the account. There is no restriction on the number and the amount of withdrawal from a current account. The overdraft facility is also available as the banker is under an obligation to repay the deposits on demand. They are called demand liabilities of a banker. ഒരു കസ്റ്റമർ ചോദിച്ചാൽ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നു, it can be repaid. Okay, so the obligation to repay such a deposits on demand, so that they are called demand liabilities of a banker. Current accounts suit the requirements of big businessmen, joint stock company, institutions, public authorities, and public corporations, etc. അങ്ങനെ പല ആൾക്കാർ they are utilizing this one. So that is the current deposit. Then recurring or cumulative deposit, add up ചെയ്തു വരുന്ന deposits. That is the recurring or cumulative deposits. This account is intended to inculcate the habit of savings on a regular basis, as an inducement is offered in the form of recurring or cumulative deposits means its value is increasing. So this account is intended to inculcate the habit of savings on a regular basis, as an inducement is offered in the form of comparatively high rate of interest. A depositor opening a recurring deposit account is required to deposit a fixed amount chosen by him at regular intervals. So that is the deposit is increasing day by day. That is the recurring or cumulative deposit. Means this account is intended to inculcate the habit of a savings on a regular basis. ഒരു നിരന്തരമായ രീതിയിൽ ഒരു സേവിങ്സ് എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്ന പുഷപ്പ് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് വരുന്നു, as an inducement that is offered in the form of comparatively high rate of interest. So its rate of interest will be high. A depositor opening a recurring deposit account is required to deposit a fixed amount chosen by him at the regular intervals. Then another one is the savings deposit. A savings bank account is meant for the people of the lower and middle class that who wish to save a part of their current income to meet their future needs, and also intend to earn an income from their savings also. So they need to have കുറച്ച് ചെറിയ എമൗണ്ട് സ്വരുക്കൂട്ടി വെച്ചിട്ട് what need to be save a part of their current income in order to meet their future needs, and also intend to earn an income from their savings. 20,000 രൂപ കിട്ടുന്ന ഒരു വ്യക്തി 10 യൂട്ടിലൈസേഷനും ബാക്കി 10 സേവിങ്സും ആയിട്ട് വെച്ചാൽ they may deposit or he may deposit in that savings deposit account. So അതാണ് സേവിങ്സ് ബാങ്ക് അക്കൗണ്ടിന്റെ ഒരു പ്രത്യേകത. So it is lower and middle class level. It is meant for lower and middle class level who wish to save a part of their current income in order to meet their future needs, and also intend to earn an income from their savings. Certain restrictions are also imposed on the opening and operation of savings deposit. Usually, all the banks restrict the maximum amount that can be deposited or withdrawn from savings account. The number of withdrawals over a period of 1 year is limited to 150. അതുകൊണ്ട് withdrawal limit ഉണ്ട് savings deposit. So that is the one, savings deposit. So which one? First which deposit? Accepting the deposit under FD, then current, then cumulative or recurring, then savings deposit. Then another one is endowment deposit. What is it? Such deposits can be made by the customer to meet the expenses on children's education or their marriage. അതായത് ഓരോ എൻഡോമെന്റ് എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു കാര്യം നടക്കുന്നതിന് അതിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് ഇന്ന എമൗണ്ട് അതിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് സ്വരുക്കൂട്ടി വെച്ചിരിക്കുന്നു. സോ ഹി ക്യാൻ ഡെപ്പോസിറ്റ് ഫോർ ദാറ്റ് പർപ്പസ് ഇൻ ദ ബാങ്ക്. അതാണ് എൻഡോമെന്റ് ഡെപ്പോസിറ്റ്. സോ മെയ്ഡ് ബൈ ദ കസ്റ്റമർ ടു മീറ്റ് ദ എക്സ്പെൻസസ് ഓൺ children's education or their marriage, and also miscellaneous deposits. The commercial bank have initiated several plans to inculcate the habit of savings among the masses. There are the schemes to suit the convenience of different kinds of people. Some of the important schemes are children gift plan, old age pension scheme, and fixed deposit linked with the personal accident policies, accident insurance policy. So these are the different types of deposits. Hope you understand. FD is what? Then current deposit is what? Then recurring or cumulative is what? Then savings deposit is what? Endowment also, and also other type of deposits. Next, what is lending the money? So second point, one is accepting the deposit. Then lending money for those who wish to require it. ആർക്കാണോ ഇത് താല്പര്യമുള്ള അല്ലെ ആർക്കാണോ ഇത് കിട്ടേണ്ടത്. Okay, that is the case of lending money. Commercial banks not only accept deposits but also lend money that they have obtained through deposit to those who want the money. They provide a channel through which individual savings can be lent to commerce and industry. The banks lend the money in different forms. They can be either secured or unsecured. The most popular forms of lending are overdraft, cash credit, discounting of bill of exchange, like that. So what is an overdraft? Well, what is overdraft? When a current account holder is permitted by the banker to draw more than what stands to his credit, അയാൾക്ക് അവൈലബിൾ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ക്രെഡിറ്റിനെക്കാട്ടിലും കൂടുതൽ he can withdraw it. Big institutions in that way they are using such an advance is called overdraft. ഒരു പർട്ടിക്കുലർ ലിമിറ്റ് വെച്ചുകൊണ്ട് ആ ലിമിറ്റ് കവർ ചെയ്യുമോ എന്ന് നോക്കുക. സോ അക്കൗണ്ട് ഹോൾഡർ ഈസ് പെർമിറ്റഡ് ബൈ ദ ബാങ്കർ ടു ഡ്രോ മോർ ദാൻ വാട്ട് സ്റ്റാൻഡ്സ് ടു ഹിസ് ക്രെഡിറ്റ്. അയാൾക്ക് ക്രെഡിറ്റ് എടുക്കാവുന്നതിന്റെ ലിമിറ്റിനെക്കാട്ടും അയാൾ എടുക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ there should be some advance given. That is the overdraft, and most of the cases it is utilized by financial or industrialists. So generally, an overdraft facility is given on the basis of a written application and a promissory note signed by the customer also. The customer is permitted to withdraw the amount as and when he needs it and to repay it by means of deposit in his account also. So interest is charged on the exact amount overdrawn by the customer and for the period of its actual utilization. So this is the case with regard to overdraft. So what is an overdraft? Here, a current account holder is permitted by the banker to draw more than what stands to his credit. അതായത് അയാളുടെ ക്രെഡിറ്റ് എത്രയാണ് വരുന്നത് അതിനേക്കാട്ടിലും കൂടുതൽ he can take the loan or withdraw the money. That advance is what? Overdraft. So an overdraft facility is given on the basis of a written application and a promissory note that is to be signed by the customer itself. The customer is permitted to withdraw the amount as and when he needs it and to repay it by means of deposit in his account. Therefore, interest is charged on the exact amount overdrawn by the customer and for the period of its actual utilization. So there should be high rate of interest for such overdraft facility. Another point is cash credit. What is the cash credit? Under this, the banker specifies a limit called cash credit limit for each customer, up to which the customer is permitted to borrow against the security of tangible assets or a guarantee. So there should be some assets that is secured against that particular thing. So that is, banker specifies a limit called a cash credit limit for each customer. ഓരോ കസ്റ്റമർക്കും ഒരു ലിമിറ്റ് വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. There should be some cash credit limit is there, up to which the customer is permitted to borrow, കടം മേടിക്കാം, against security of a tangible asset or a guarantee. ഒന്നെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ഗ്യാരണ്ടി വെച്ച് അല്ലെ ഒരു we can see or touch അങ്ങനെയുള്ള ടാഞ്ചിബിൾ അസറ്റിനെ സെക്യൂർ ആയിട്ട് വെച്ചുകൊണ്ട് we can borrow the money. അതാണ് ക്യാഷ് ക്രെഡിറ്റ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. അതിന്റെ ലിമിറ്റ് ആണ് ക്യാഷ് ക്രെഡിറ്റ് ലിമിറ്റ്. The cash credit account is an active and a running account to which the deposit and withdrawal may be effected frequently. The borrower is charged the interest on the actual amount utilized by him and for the period of actual utilization also. So interest here also interest is to be charged. So that is the case cash credit. So firstly what? Here, lending money, overdraft facility. Then the second is what? Cash credit. And next is discounting of a bill. Discounting of a bill means that is reducing the exact amount. So banks grant the advances to their customers by discounting the bill of exchange or a promissory note. The amount after deducting the interest from the amount of the bill, the amount after deducting the interest from the amount of the bill is credited in the account of the customer also. In this form of lending, the interest is received by the banker in advance. That is the case which one? Discounting of bill of exchange. Discounting of bill constitute a clean advance and banks rely on the credit worthiness of the parties to the bill. So that is the case with the discounting of the bill of exchange. And fourth case is loans and advances. So in case of loan, the banker advances a lump sum for a certain period at an agreed rate of interest. So the banker advances a lump sum for a certain period. So in the case of loan, the banker advances a lump sum for a certain period at an agreed rate of interest. The entire amount is paid either in cash or by credit in his current account, which can withdraw at any time. And the loan may be made with or without the security of the things also. Maybe having the security or not having, but there is interest. Bank also giving what? The loans and advances also. So that is lending the money. Lending in the sense means giving the money for those who require it or need it. So what all are there? Lending money. One is first point, overdraft facility is there. Then cash credit is there. Then discounting of bill of exchange is there, and loans and advances are there. So that is the first. The second point, lending money. So first is accepting the deposits like FD, then current deposit, then savings deposit, then what is that? Endowment deposit, then recurring or cumulative deposit, and other miscellaneous deposits are there. While lending money, overdraft facility, then cash credit facility, discounting of bill of exchange, and for the next one, loans and advances. And finally, creation of a credit facility. What is the creation of the credit facility? The creation of the credit is one of the important functions of a commercial bank. In the ordinary course of business, banks accepts deposit from the public and lend money to its customer. അതാണ് ordinary course. യഥാർത്ഥമായിട്ട് എന്താ? Deposit is accepted and lending is to be given to those who require it. അതാണ് ഒരു ബാങ്കിന്റെ function എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. When a bank advances a loan, it does not pay any amount in the form of cash, but it opens an account in his name and allows him to withdraw the required amount by check also. In this way, a bank creates credit or deposit which are regarded as money, which can be used for the purchase of goods and services and also for the payment of the debt, just like currency notes also. So what is the function with regard to this creation of credit? Bank creates a credit or deposit അല്ലെങ്കിൽ credit create ചെയ്യുന്നു that are regarded as the money which can be used for the purchase of the goods and the services, that is utilized for purchasing the goods and services and also for the payment of the debt like currency notes. So what are the things there? So these are the which one? Creation of the credit. Creation of the credit എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇതാണ് what bank creating a credit in order to treat this money. അങ്ങനെ ഒരു ക്രെഡിറ്റ് അവിടെ ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നു അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ഡെപ്പോസിറ്റ് അവിടെ ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നു so that they can utilize that thing for the purchase of goods or services or for the payment of the debt. കടം തീർക്കാനോ അല്ലെങ്കിലോ goods or services ന്റെ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നു? The purchase. Clear? So that is the creation of credit. So the primary function with regard to a bank is accepting the deposits, lending the money, and creation of credit. So what is accepting deposit? Accepting deposits from the public, general public. It may be FD, fixed deposit, then current deposit, then recurring or cumulative deposit, then next point is what? Fixed savings deposit, then autonomous deposit, and other miscellaneous deposit. While lending the money means what? Those who require it can give the money. ആർക്ക് ആവശ്യമുള്ളതെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ അതിന്റെ റിക്വസ്റ്റിന് അനുസരിച്ച് ബാങ്ക് ഈസ് ലെൻഡിങ് ദ മണി ഓൾസോ. So What are the facilities there? One is the overdraft facility. അതായത് അഡ്വാൻസ് ആയിട്ട് കൊടുക്കുന്നു. അവർക്ക് ഒരു ക്രെഡിറ്റ് ലിമിറ്റ് ഉണ്ട്, അതിന് അഡ്വാൻസ് ആയിട്ട് കൊടുക്കും. അതിനും മേലെ then overdraft facility is there, cash credit facility is there, discounting of bill of exchange is there, and loans and advances are also provided. And the third one, creation of a credit. Creation of a credit in the sense deposits are accepted for utilizing for the purchase of goods or services or for the payment of the debt, just like the currency notes. So that is the three primary functions with regard to what this bank performing the function. Functions of a commercial bank classified into two. One is the primary function, another one is the secondary function. So primary function consists of these three: accepting deposits from the public, lending the money, and creation of a cash credit. So we see the secondary function in the next day. So I am going to wind up the class. So please have a look at today's classes and please let me know if there is any doubt with regard to this. So always come either online or this recorded class to see this one and then clear your doubts also. So please have a look at. So thank you for the day.